In today's fast-changing world of news, the big news make the headline.
On the highlight, military plans another Python dance. Ex-minister returns to US.
The persons behind the headline.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
We have a vision for New India, and that is the foundation that will launch us into a more progressive state tomorrow.
And your reactions to the headline.
Mr. Speaker, level, as reported last week, under his government, 40 million Nigerians are now mad. As reported by his government. So maybe next level will be one of us who will be completely mad.
My own is that the fake promise that he used to deceive Nigeria. This time around, we are waiting for him.
Do you want to keep tabs with trending national, state, or local issues? Then listen to Open Parliament every weekday on Family Love 99.9 FM. Omahia. Open Parliament. When the issues are burning.
The man is confused. The man doesn't know a direction. He failed, but he was not prepared. He cannot get something from nothing. So they are just trying to find someone to blame for the failure. So they failed mostly.
How well has the PDP government of Dr. Victor Chikwe Udensi fared in the last couple of years, since 2015 and right about now? Oh, well, as far as the Honorable Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Abia State, is concerned, Chief John O'Keefe Kalu, well, he has said the government of Dr. Victor Chikwe Udensi of the PDP has fared tremendously well. And not to stop at that, saying the people of Abia State have to queue behind the PDP administration come 2023. We'll talk about this and more this beautiful Wednesday morning, the 11th of January 2023. Open Parliament, this live on the frequency. My name is Mr. C. Oh, well, you know who a regular guest every other Wednesday is. I'm talking about Interpol Systems Consultant. Well, he's been represented today by Ambassador Chigurem Oki. Well, Ambassador Chigurem Oki is the State Vice Chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Abia Central. Well, he's also the Director General of Barrister Ahamdin Weke Campaign Council, the ABGA Abia senatorial candidate. He's live right in the studio this morning. A very good morning to you, Ambassador Chigurem Oki. Welcome to Open Parliament this morning.
Good morning, Mr. C, and good morning to Abians. It is a lovely morning today.
Fantastic. Oh, well, you're representing Chikwe Udensi. Why is he not here today?
Yes, as we speak, Chikwe Udensi is in Abuja in appeal court. You know that there is this going court cases concerning the party primaries which eventually the court of first instance has given their verdict that the party should go in for a run of the primaries, disqualifying the lists that gave birth to the emergence of Professor Gregory Bay, cancelling the election and saying that there should be a rerun. So after that, they headed to appeal courts. They were there yesterday just for us to find out that there were so many appeals. Eheme is appealing, Onukubri is appealing, Gregory is appealing. Don't forget, Chikwe Udensi also cross-appealed because he's saying that the judgment of the Court of First Instance supposed to have given him the victory. Having done the primaries, same dates, being supervised by INEC, and with the real lists that was conducted by the national committee that were sent by the national party. So saying that there should be a rerun disregarding the primaries that was conducted for and that saw him winning is also a kind of not what he was expecting. So they are all there in the court. Yesterday the appeal were like, oh, so many appeals on the same issue, so they are trying to consolidate the entire appeal. So today they are back in the appeals to look into the whole matter, bringing them together, assigning a particular judge to handle them and trash them, and we are hopeful. Yeah.
Now, when you say we are hopeful, hopeful about what exactly? You said there have been appeals coming from the likes of Hemire, who's said to be the chairman of the party in the state. You mentioned Onukubiri as well, the secretary of the party in the state. You talked about consolidation.
You should know that this appeal is for first a good direction to the party, and I'm a party person. So, and the election conducted, the people that contested are saying it wasn't properly done. So indirectly, Mr. C, the party, as we speak, has no candidate. I mean, Guba candidate. So me as a party person, I am not happy about that. So I'm of the view that once this thing will be trashed and somebody will emerge, I will also be happy again. That's my hope. I'll be happy again to say my party has a Guba candidate.
When you say your party hasn't a Guba candidate,
yes.
And there was talk of an appeal. In fact, just hours after the High Court in Abuja, the Federal High Court that is, gave the verdict of a rerun and cancelling the primaries that led to the emergence of Professor Gregory Ibe. I mean, Professor Gregory Ibe did say to appeal that judgment and, of course, apply for a stay of execution.
Yeah. As we speak, he didn't get the stay of execution. So he went...
You mean the stay of execution has not been granted by the court?
It wasn't granted. It wasn't. So...
What was the reason?
I'm not a judge, so I couldn't say for sure for that. But I know that he didn't get the stay of execution. As a document, there's no stay of execution on that ruling from the court of first instance, Mr. C.
So as it stands, ABGA has no Guba candidate?
Yes, technically.
Oh, well, what if, are you aware? I mean, you're a party man, you're the state vice chairman of the party in Abia Central. Besides the appeals you mentioned, I'm aware, and I'm sure Abians too, who have been keeping tabs with what's going on within your party, I mean, the likes of the other aspirant, Etigowa, San, generally Jom as well, are in court or are in there. What's the status of those cases?
Now we should know that General Joma lost his own case, and I think he's also appealing. Etigowa technically is also not in the right footing of his own court case. Chikwe Udensi is the person that his own court case gave a kind of anticipated ruling, and is to say that the party should go for a rerun, that what we had at hand is not the right road to go. And let me say, to me, it's a redemption, it's a cleansing going on, and I thank God for whatever that is happening. And to this appeal, as I've said, today they are going to consolidate. So I think both that of Etigwe, that of Gregory, that of Ihemre, and Onukubri, who eventually, two of them didn't even appear when the first set of the court cases were going on, and I wonder what they are appealing for. I think just a kind of to prolong or to bastardize the whole court processes, but God is in charge and He's bringing everything to play.
Aren't you afraid? Aren't you concerned that your party may not have a good candidate, because you've conceded that as we speak, technically, your party has no good candidate. The court did order for a rerun at the time within 14 days of that of the delivery of that judgment. The party did not toe the line of the court for the rerun. Aren't you putting yourself in harm's way? I mean, Abga.
Technically, it is to be said that we don't have a Guba candidate, and I've already said that the outcome of the appeal court cases is going to be hopeful. So that's why I use the term hopeful, and I know it's going to be hopeful, Mr. C.
Much so, because you have said that the stay of execution was not granted.
Yes, by the courts of appeal, they will also redirect on that same matter. Though I'm not going to preempt the court, but I am thinking that the next position the party must take, or the next action to be taken, has to come from the position of the court of appeal.
What is the National Working Committee of the party saying on this? Have they issued any direction?
For now, not.
We'll get to issues as far as Abia, Nigeria is concerned, but it's a fashion issue that concerns you, because there was a story that made the round a couple of weeks and probably months ago that you were suspended from the party. Is there any truth in that story? What really happened?
Yeah, Mr. C, you know, when bad stomach persons are in a system, they are always having a running stomach to have good persons around them. And I bet you that there is no document for that. Yes, there was an attempt for that. They cooked to have me suspended. They summoned, a Hemera and the secretary and their likes. They they planned a coup, but it didn't work. They thought that calling for the SEC, the SWC and the local government and the secretaries, for them to execute what they thought that they should do, but it happened that it didn't work out. The LG chairmen were like, no, this cannot work. Even the SWCs were also, no. And eventually they summoned another meeting that same day, the following day, now leaving the local government aside, the SWC. And you should know, Mr. C, that we're having issues. We are 19 active SWCs. I have 10 on my side. Why they have 9? Hemra and his likes. They have 9. Then automatically I'm on the majority. Yes, along the line they bought one of us, so they got 10 and I got 9 before they tried to do that. But still, a motion was raised on the table that I should be suspended. Somebody seconded the motion, and a Yemere ruled without a vote casted. And to me, it's shabby. The whole hall was rugged that day, and I asked the secretary.
You were there?
I was there. I asked the secretary, record exactly what happened. A motion was raised. Somebody seconded it. The motion was read by Rondo, seconded by Mr. Bede. The state chairman didn't put the motion to vote. So there was no vote casted at all, either for or against. And the state chairman said he's adopted. Adopting what? Then after the whole thing, I was surprised to say hearing on the online media, even on radio, that had been suspended. No document, as we speak, there's no document existing for that. And by the way, the constitution said that a zonal chairman, a state vice chairman of my capacity could be suspended through Congress. It's not even SEC, it's not even SWC. And coming to the SWC, it's the voting rate ought to be 2/3, not simple majority. So just like they have also gone on radio to say that Chikwe Udensi has been also been suspended, all those things are trash. I spoke with the national chairman said, okay, forget about that. They can't do that. And as we speak, on 15th, the party is going to do a flag off. Go and check the list. You see the name of Chief Chikwe Udensi in the list. If he had been suspended as they are claiming, why is he meriting the list of those that are going to run for the campaign council of the president? The president
has the list been published already?
It has been published, and he's number 31 or number 32 in that list. So what they are just saying is holding no water.
So you said you spoke to the national chairman of your party, and he said the suspension, your suspension is not tenable?
The first place, there is no suspension at all. It was just a fabricated, let me call it, fabricated thing. In fact,
why would the party want to suspend you? Why would the persons you mentioned, the secretary, and who else did you mention within the state working committee? Why would these persons want to suspend you?
Yes, in politics, when you are dealing with somebody that you can't get under your stupid control, you stupidly also try to get a way to get him out of the system. Now, there is this issue. When this issue was trending, I was also here telling you exactly what is going on in our party. Then I started cooking that I am liaising with Ukebu to create a parallel structure of the party. Then I said, I had a call. In that meeting, many people said they had a call. I also said, I had a call. They said, the people that said that they had a call said that they replied the caller that Ukebu is not the state chairman, but Ehemene is the state chairman.
Who was the caller?
They were mentioning different names. Every of them had their different names mentioning. Then, but my own, I told the person that called me, the person that called me is Ukebu himself, that he wants me to merit his list. I told him, this issue shouldn't affect the structure of the party. I have been in 2015, I have been in 2019, and with experience, nothing good will come out of parallel structuring. And I think that my position is still what making the position stale somehow. Because I told Ukebu that he is fighting with a hammer. The state chairman of the party, not the entire executive of the party. And I think he listened to me because Ukebu is also of the view that the party should survive. I told him that the best way to go is have your dealings in the court. If you are pronounced the chairman of the party, you merit the structure of the party. Than going ahead to create a parallel line. That once a parallel line is created, it will not do good to anybody. 2019, that was what scuttled our chances in 2019 as a party in Abia State. That's why Alex Oti got taught, because the party was polarized, and these people are here, these people are here. So if you, as a candidate, if you visit the group A, the group B will work against you. If you visit the group B, the group A will work against you. So even if you visit the group A and the group B, two of them will be like, who knows who is going to take. So it is not anything good for the party to have a parallel structure. That was my presentation. That was my defense. And they said that it is anti-party. That I should have told Ukebu that he's not the state chairman. So am I the courts? Ukebu is already in the courts. Hemen is on the court. Is in the courts. So why am I going to be the judge? But rather, I will have a say where it will affect the party. And Ukebu listens and piped the issue of parallel structuring. That was why you are not hearing anything like parallel structure for now. So I think I was even to be applauded, but they said that I did anti-party.
Okay, so that was your scene.
That was my scene, my brother.
That triggered your, the purported suspension.
Exactly the right semantics.
Oh well, so as it is now, what would you tell sympathizers of ABGA with regards to, just a couple of weeks to the general elections, the Guber elections? Is this going to affect the chances of the party, the polarization, in your words, that's going on in the party, not just as to who is the candidate of your party? We'll talk about who's the authentic chairman. Is still on the state working committee. Obviously, it seems things have fallen apart and the center cannot hold.
Yeah, as I have said, the beauty that is still holding our hope is that the party as a structure is still one, despite all these issues flying up and down. Where it will be worse if there are a kind of faction. There is not yet a faction. We are still together. Now, looking at the problem, it's like looking like time bad, but not really time bad, Mr. C. If we go to 2015 and analyze the time frame we had in 2015 and the effort and the massive turnout of people to the victory we saw in 2015, we are not still like that much late to have our ass together and do the needful.
Isn't what's happening eroding confidence on your sympathizers?
The eroding confidence is this, that I believe the Court of Appeal will give a favorable judgment. Justice will prevail. And the person that will lead, peradventure, if the Court of Appeal says go for a run, then virtually the 4 candidates will also return for the rerun, possibly by first week of February, second week of February. We must have a candidate. We must have a candidate. And having about a month is still enough to do campaigns. ABGA in Abia State is a culture in Abia State. That you see all these mushroom parties wasking as if they are there or here. It's simply because we are still like on these shabby waters. And once we have a leader, I believe the leader will come out bold. 30 days of campaigning in Abia State will give us a result, a very good result. Yes.
Well, maybe again, a very staunch sympathizer of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, your party would say, hey, thank goodness it's not just ABGA that is enmeshed in one political wrangling or the other. We've had those stories about the APC and of late the PDP with regards to the whereabouts of their own candidates. I've got to find out, following the comments made by the Honorable Commissioner for Trade and Investment, that, hey, the governor in the past couple of years, since 2015, he came on board, has done tremendously well, that Abians should reward the PDP by voting, some of the candidates, or maybe all, they have come up with the mantra of 5 over 5 come 2023. But let's go national. But listener, in case you just tuned in, it's Open Parliament, the midweek edition, with Ambassador Chigwe Oki standing in for a regular guest, Sir Chikwe Udensi, whom, like you heard, is currently in the Court of Appeal at Abuja. But they're concerned about the 2023 elections, and those raised by none other than the umpire itself, the Independent National Electoral Commission, and that's because of the skirmishes, security-wise, I mean, here and there in the country. But the federal government seemingly has assured that the general elections will hold as scheduled next month. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, well, he gave the assurance at the 17th edition of President Muhammadu Buhari's scorecard series from 2015 to 2023 in Abuja. Well, the minister's assurance came in the wake of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC's alarm that the 2023 polls could be postponed or cancelled if the growing wave of election-related insecurity across the country was not checked. Well, the chairman of board of the Electoral Institute, INEC's training arm, Professor Abdullahi Abdul Zuru, who represented INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the validation of election security training resources in Abuja, had said on Monday, quote, if the insecurity is not monitored and dealt with decisively, it could ultimately culminate in the cancellation and or postponement of elections in sufficient constituencies to hinder declaration of election result and precipitate a constitutional crisis. And it went on to say this must not be allowed to happen and shall not be allowed to happen. Therefore, security personnel in particular and all elected officials and in general must be security conscious and alert to unusual activities in the environment and must be fully equipped to deal with any challenge at all times, unquote. Well, this concerns from the Independent National Electoral Commission. Reassurance is coming at the part of the federal government through the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Is it something you're bothered about? I mean, that elections might not hold at the set timetable by the umpire, maybe due to away from other issues, security issues?
Mr. C, the issue concerning security and the INEC position, I have envisaged them saying that a long time ago, because hearing INEC offices being burnt here and there, hearing the threats coming from every quarters against the election, both from the IPOBs, from the Boko Haram and all kind of stuff, is worrying. And let's just know that all these things are human beings dying, Mr. C. You hear that there is an attack here, somebody is being kidnapped and that kind of stuff. We all are human beings dying, and the federal government just coming over the radio to say that no, it must hold without proper check of the security. I think it shouldn't just be something that should be that easy to be said. INEC coming out to say such a worrying position they are facing is being realistic. They are being real in this situation. Yes, it is not healthy to the country as a whole, but that is where we are today. Just like my principal will always say, Chikwe Udensi will always say, that security ought to be the first thing a good government should check, because when there is security, there will be development. There will be other aspects of dividends of good democracy. And I am still saying that our president should step up. He should step up to look into the fears coming from the umpire concerning the elections and nip it at the board, Mr. C.
Well, the president you're talking about has said he's delivered on his promises against Boko Haram before he came on board in 2015. Probably have you react to that, but let's go for a break right now. It's open parliament still, live on the frequency. We've still got a guest, Ambassador Chigoromoki, the state vice chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Abia Central, standing in for Chikwe Udensi. My name is Mr. C. When we return, we'll look at Abia. Stay with us.
It is being said that 70% of home buyers settle for their first home when they see it. Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by building the homes that suit their needs. Why settle for average when you can have a luxury home inside a gated estate in Lagos? Welcome to Kenzo Luxury Homes, a development by Kenzo Group of Companies Nigeria Limited. Our featured home is a gorgeous private home of 5 bedrooms with a room BQ located at a serene and beautiful environment at Lekki Palm City Estate, Aja, Lekki, Lagos. Finely crafted and designed specifically to give you the luxury and comfort you deserve. Why make this your next home? The features include 5 bedrooms with a room BQ, spacious living room, all-room en-suites, stunning master bedroom, modern fitted kitchen, serene neighborhood, carefully designed staircase, private swimming pool, detailed finishing, and large compound space. This home sits on 500 square meters. The title is General C of O. Price 130 million naira. For details and inspection, please call 0903 717 9034. Be a smart investor. Guarantee your family a secured future with Kenzo Luxury Homes. It is being said that 70% of home buyers settle for their first home when they see it. Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by building the homes that suit their needs.
Experience this smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium.
It is being said that 70% of home buyers settle for their first home when they see it. Over time, we have created a wide range of happy customers by building the homes that suit their needs. Why settle for average when you can have a luxury home inside a gated estate in Lagos? Welcome to Kenzo Luxury Homes, a development by Kenzo Group of Companies Nigeria Limited. Our featured home is a gorgeous private home of 5 bedrooms with a room BQ located at a serene and beautiful environment at Lekki Palm City Estate, Aja, Lekki, Lagos. Finely crafted and designed specifically to give you the luxury and comfort you deserve. Why make this your next home? The features include 5 bedrooms with a room BQ, spacious living room, all-room en-suites, stunning master bedroom, modern fitted kitchen, serene neighborhood, carefully designed staircase, private swimming pool, detailed finishing, and large compound space. This home sits on 500 square meters. The title is General C of O. Price 130 million naira. For details and inspection, please call 0903 717 9034. Be a smart investor. Guarantee your family a secured future with Kenzo Luxury Homes.
Thanks for keeping it locked right here on Open Parliament, the midweek edition of the show. Our guest is still very much right here, Ambassador Chigoro Muki, the Abia State Vice Chairman, I beg your pardon, the State Vice Chairman of APGA, Abia Central, the DG2 of the Barrister Hamdin Weke Campaign Council, the APGA Abia Senatorial candidate. Oh, well, before the break, Mr. Ambassador Oki, I did talk about the Honorable Commissioner for Trade and Investment and Director of Strategic Engagement, Abia PDP Campaign Council, Chief John Oki saying that every good and motorable road in Aba has the signature of Governor Okeze Pazu in it. Well, he also noted that about the economic nerve center of the state is now bubbling again with economic activities, especially with the establishment of Ayimba Shoe Company and the soon-to-be-opened Aba garment industry, thereby adding to the already industrialized city. Well, he didn't stop at that. Well, he did say the government has performed tremendously well in the state since 2015 and deserves the vote of all Abians during the general elections. Do you share that sentiment?
Anyway, the fact is that to a point, I believe what Honorable Key was saying, 2023 is going to be a reward for PDP, a reward for their governance, a attempt to remove good from the governance, because every Abians that is living in Abia is also aware what good governance is all about once you leave the shores of Abia. So by 2023, it's very obvious that we are going to reward them with our PVCs. We must vote them out of the office, because when somebody is saying he's giving you good thing, and when you know that our people used to say onye kwom na zokum na ponala see akwa tuum kan worokum gawa, and Abia say who are like people in such position, and we are yearning to come out of this mess. So 2023, as Oki has said, is very, very obvious is going to be a rewarding response from the Abians, and is going to be to jettison the PDP's. Days are gone when it is said 5/5, 10/10, PDP all the way. It is never going to be like that. I've been in campaigns in some places, Mediji, Mr. C. And I've heard people say so many things and the way they felt or they are feeling the present government. And they're even saying that they are also aware of some people that PDPs are sponsoring in other parties. And they're making sure that they're not going to vote in those people. They are also aware that some people from the PDPs taking out their clothes as a PDP, joining another party, that is, they are not going to trick them because they have been part of what they are suffering.
Well, you said about PDP sponsoring candidates in other parties?
Yes, of course. In so many
Which
parties.
of those were mentioned?
Mr. C, you are
you say you've been on the street, you've been campaigning.
Yeah, I've been on the street, and
probably you've been on the street more than I have.
Yes, that's why you do more journalism here. Go to the streets.
But what have you heard? Maybe that will help to give me a
I have said that they said that they are aware that there are people being sponsored by the PDPs that are candidates in other parties.
Guba candidates?
Guba, senatorial reps, House of Assembly members.
Like which of them?
Like some of them, Mr. C. The masses know about it, and they will do that findings, and they will vote according to their conscience. And they're also aware some people leaving other parties, particularly PDPs, leaving their party, joining another party, that it will save them, because they have been there in PDP either for 4 years, either for 8 years. There are some that are running for 16 years and has nothing good to show about their stewardship. So you now want to answer Senate because you're no longer PDP, and you see such people going on air castigating the PDPs as well. That is just pot.
So you have said the Abians would reward the PDP by voting them out.
Exactly.
To vote in who?
To vote in credible candidates.
Okay.
Credible candidates.
Well, at the Guba level.
At the Guba level, at the senatorial level. Let me also give you an information, Mr. C, that in Abia Central, to be precise, like my principal, Barrister Hamdiweke, he has been adopted by the Catholics. He has been adopted by the Assemblies of God Church. He has been adopted by majority of the Methodists. It has been adopted by ACC, that's Abia Christian Community Churches. And why is he getting such accolades, such support from these people? Because they have looked at him, they have verified him, they have scrutinized him and knew that he is competent to what he is vying for. And these people you're talking about, the PDPs, they don't have that history of good governance living after them. They are just like thank God for beavers, because if it were before, what we'd be hearing is akachale. What's akachale as in whether they like to vote or don't like to vote, we'll rig ourselves in. And that had been their problem all these years. So now coming to say that is going to be a reward, yes, I believe it's going to be a reward. But for their bad governance, Mr. C.
Okay, well, let's look at Chikwe Udensi, and because at the tail end of last year, he did announce a retired army general in Chukwumbibi as the chairman of the campaign council. That's his own campaign council. What's going on within that stables? Has he commenced campaigns?
He hasn't technically or literally commenced campaigns, but technically, yes. He has been putting up his campaign committee council. Just like he said the other day, it's going to be a committee of a thing. It's not just going to be the regular kind of campaign council. That there are going to be committee on health, committee on education, committee on sports, committee on several issues. And you look at that, it's a beautiful setting. It's like somebody setting a structure that will get across, that will live beyond just the elections. These committees are going to look to the masses directly at the grassroots, know what the problem is. It's not going to be a high horse thing. It's going to be you and I thing. If you were in this palliative ground where Chikwe is doing his palliative, he is the one giving out whatever he has to the people, and people are like, wow, so this man, despite his money, despite his richness, can descend so low. And it has been his norm. He's not just doing it for politics, it has been himself. He like getting to the people by himself, knowing what they say, knowing how they feel, knowing exactly where to touch to get the answers, to get the right answers. So you say that it's going to be is going to be something that we will get it right this time, Mr. C. Yeah.
We're going to the phone lines now, and I'd like to get your view on the disposition of Hamdin Weke with what's going on within the party. I mean, he's a senior party man, not least the Board of Trustee member. 0816-1115-955 or 070-16-514-107. These are the numbers: 0816-1115-955, 0701-651-4107. Let's do 1 minute 30 seconds. Hello, good morning. Obrigado.
Good morning, honorable in the house.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Obama. I am calling from Boston.
Welcome. Welcome.
You're welcome.
Mr. Guest in the house, I like the way the man is speaking for Dr. Chikwe Udensi. Chikwe Udensi is a man I love. If somebody can handle the state will well. Education, security, and the other things. But remember that in 2015, Alex Sophie contest and win because of hatred. PDP and collaborate with the federal government and collect the mandate of Alex Sophie. I like the way INEC have controlled this election now by Viva. 2023, PDP has failed. PDP cannot survive the kingdom come. 2023, the next governor will make everything possible. Dr. Alex Sophie is the next governor of other state.
Okay.
Honorable, that is the work culture. The senator will be representing Aja Central and Assembly. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much for coming through. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Udensi, and I want to talk about the suspension party because I've been a party member for a very long time. There are procedures for suspending somebody. When there's a complaint, now you suspend and you put up a disciplinary committee, and you must serve the person a copy of the suspension letter. Yeah. And the disciplinary committee will invite the person to come and answer to the charges, either by himself or by a legal representative. You know, and when those procedures are not followed, and you have not even served any letter of suspension to anybody, it means that it is a kangaroo suspension. You know, aside the fact that the powers to suspend is not vested on the SWC.
So are you speaking as an ABGA official?
Not as an ABGA official, but as an ABGA member.
Okay.
I've been in ABGA for a very long time. I've not been in any other political party, and I know the procedures. I've been a candidate of ABGA for State House of Assembly. I've been a chairman of ABGA for a local government area, and I've also been a state auditor of the party. So we know the rules. So those suspensions cannot hold water. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. My name remains Chikwe Udensi from Aba.
Welcome.
So the problems we are having in party is this. The party people in question should conduct the election, either direct or indirect. But today, some group will gather themselves to every day morning and bring a candidate, which is not good. It's supposed to be people supposed to bring people who will not contest for them, and it is a magic. They will now go and win election, and that is the party issue, not related party issue. Remain resolute.
Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Oh well, don't fail to go at www.facebook.com/familylove99.9 FM. That Facebook handle, you could drop a comment. We'll have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, please be... Yes, good morning.
John Joe.
John Joe, please be audible. Welcome.
Okay. Is it alright now?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to appeal to these parties that are debating us from the circles of PDP to get their houses in order. I'm not happy because when you go there, you see conscience, you go there, you see differences. They are not together. Is that how they are going to liberate us? Well, I hope the right thing should be done. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Welcome.
I'm so that I never want to so the earlier they took their house order, let that and pray for the positive and not for them. Then let them know also that the people are going for the people can be party not hiding. We all adults are going out of the government, and the people are competent are the people who elected to represent the people, take them from the normal economic action.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
My name is Jerry. I'm calling from Omahia.
Jerry, welcome.
Thank you, sir. I want to lend my voice to the discussion. Your guest in the studio, I want to advise him. Let him go back and talk to his masters to put their house in order. You cannot be talking about PDP is having governance. PDP is doing this when you cannot present a candidate for governorship. You asked your guest who, if he's talking about credible candidate, who should be elected. He never mentioned the governorship candidate because he's not. His party has no governorship candidate in Abia State. So So what we are saying is that it remains a strong force. That's why everybody is worried. You want to beat, like all the callers. You notice all the callers are saying, if you must beat PDP, then you must put your house in order. My answer is simply, go back home, put your house in order, then PDP will see if you have a candidate who will face you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We'll still get back to the calls in a bit, but let's have you react to some of the callers and then to the question of the disposition of Sir Hamdi Nweke on what's going on in Abga.
Yeah, I've listened to the people that called, and I just want to make a reference to the first caller who referred to what transpired in 2015. The truth is that if it is Chikwe Udensi having the flag of the party Abga in 2015, what transpired wouldn't have transpired. I don't think that Chikwe Udensi, I know, having gotten the heart of the people, gotten the vote of the people, will eventually lose it in court. And looking at what is also happening now, yes, thank God for beavers, but we still need somebody that is dogged, somebody that had that strong spirit to give a very good fight whenever it comes to good governance and credibility. And I think that it's no longer time to give chances to sentiment. Somebody that you've given something before and you see it losing it, and they are now trying to give it back to him again to try another chance. So I believe that our party, just like the last caller was referring, is still in good footing. I have said it is cleansing going on, it's redemption going on, and the redemption has to start from inward before it now comes out to have a bigger capturing of the state. And even the PDPs, I've heard from the PDPs, they are still having issues of who the governor is going to be. Now we are still waiting. You will soon hear them coming and saying it.
Oh, the governor is going to be?
Yeah.
How do you mean? We have a governor in place.
I said, you will soon hear them. You will soon hear them discussing on that. So,
why do you say that?
Why I have said that is that I've heard from their inner people that they are having that contention. There are several meetings they are also going, having here and there. But what I'm trying to say is that we had issues in APC, we had issues in PDP, we had issues in ABGA. Yes, Labour Party is intact, YPP are intact, but the masses are still like looking onto ABGA. I have said 30 days campaigning, massive campaigning for us will give us a win in Abia State, because I have said ABGA is like a culture in Abia State. ABGA is like putting a round hole in the round peg in a round hole as long as Abia is concerned. And we in the party, we are hopeful. I have said there are intruders here and there. Just like also what you've said concerning what is the position of my principal, Barrister Hamdi Nweke. He is also of the view aligning himself with the masses. I have said the masses are aware that there are people the PDPs are sponsoring, and they are here and there in different parties. And he himself, being also very close to the grassroots, he has so many informations. So that's why you have not heard him.
That's referring to Sir Hamdi Nweke.
Exactly. And he's been very, very, very objective once it comes to issues like this.
That's the issues in your party?
Issues in my party. He's been very, very objective.
To which extent? What's his objectivity about?
The objectivity about is concerning the spirit of the party. He is a beauty member of the party, and the beauty member is the life of the party. And hearing what people says, hearing the feelers everywhere concerning some candidates being sponsored by the PDPs, we have been very, very careful this time.
Are you saying, some of your candidates, your party candidates, are being sponsored by the PDP?
In so many parties.
Including ABGA?
ABGA, yes, of course.
So, like which of those?
I can't start here making
okay, well, let's leave it here. Let's leave it here, Ambassador Chigoron, because time is not our friend. It was nice having you standing for Chikwe Udensi on Open Parliament this morning. Listener, that's what we'll call it a wrap. A comment on Facebook by Nana Chigozere says, APC, Labour Party, ABGA, please, my parties fight and get Abia State this time, like Imo State. Abia State is in the hole by PDP, so backward in all ways. But that's the much we can take. We'll do it again next week. Open Parliament with Chikwe Udensi. In the meantime, we'll return tomorrow for the Thursday edition of the show. My name is Mr. C. The newsroom is next.
Take out the slow!